I'm recording this for myself and to go over later. Today is December 5th, 2025.
Oh, I know what. Hey, do you have a copy of the group? By anything? Hold on. Yeah, you did. That's what come outside. But it wasn't signed. The money
It wasn't.
Oh, hold up. I might have it in my scan. Oh, that's very nice. You want me to send Yeah. It's okay. I have a sign. Okay, yes, there you go. Because you can email it to me. You yeah, email it to me. Okay. Yeah. No, that's not good. That's not good. No, take it. Yeah, I don't remember getting that. I looked at it, but I didn't. No, how you doing, man? It's gonna do this. Yeah, it's been. Oh yeah, it's been like that. It's been like that. No, I'm not. Oh, well, I'm using my dad right now. I think it went through.
There's a Wi-Fi right up here there that works well if you're ever up there.
I hope you got it.
It went.
Hey, yeah, it says sent. I'm using six hours.
Do you have people that do you have a copy of the this making copies?
Yeah.
As a like,
Okay, so here's this.
I had to make. He made a new one for me, so you guys have it. She had turned it in. Um, as well, there is another paper that she initially turned in that had the accommodation for the watch, for my brace, for headphones, her hearing aid, and basically all those were granted except for the watch. Was the main thing. This one was to clear up the hearing aid.
so where is the one with that HR sent back to you where everything is branded on there? I need a copy of that.
HR has it. I tried to get it ahead of time, but from when you went to the meeting, I wasn't. I tried to get a copy of it.
How would you know? And then it threw it back. But how would you do it then? Like, this is misleading here, and the reason I'm saying that this is misleading is um, Shirley gave me verbally. Could you get the original is his?
It shouldn't be verbal. It should be you guys have a copy.
Okay, I I can pull up what was submitted. Okay, I have that, but what was approved, I don't have. That I don't have.
We have this one.
Yes, this is what I have.
Yeah, that's something that's one filled out.
But that's the one that
Yeah,
comes
that's the one we were given.
I think that does.
Right, because she was the one who sent it to Shirley.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for the
Right.
article.
So now for us for Shirley to grant what's approved, the same way she sent us this, she would have sent us a copy of the approved stuff. I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm just saying that.
There's two issues. One thing is so my watch is the phone.
Uh-huh.
Thing is, so I made sure to bring. So this is what I brought. And so what I highlighted, basically it goes over, and you guys are welcome to read it. Basically, for an accommodation, for it to like go through, you guys can obviously deny it, but it needs to be reasonably like you guys. It's impossible for you guys to be able to implement, and not just that. For me to be hired, I have to be. Say I had none of the ADA accommodations, right? I still need to be able to afford that. And I was hired based on that.
Right. Correct.
So my point being is if that is so then sorry, I lost my place. The reason I say that is because I came in here obviously to be able to work. That was actually a different piece I apologize. I guess my point being is it has to be it's reasonably impossible. And
So hold on. You can't mix apples and oranges here. I have it right. Hold on. Just I listen to you. So just listen to me for a second. So you have a supervisor who's there to supervise the staff, right? So with a supervisor, if a supervisor wears a watch, that supervisor is authorized to wear that watch for a reason because they can't come upstairs to tell you, okay, I gotta go check a clock or something upstairs to tell you, okay, it's time for your break, right? And there's other reasons that's involved too. So if you're gonna look at the fact that a supervisor is wearing a watch and you can't wear a watch, then that's out of the question. That's the first thing. The second thing is
can I respond to your first thing?
just
I'm not good at going down the line.
no, just hang on. I'll give you a chance to talk. So just give me a minute. So the second part is, you were you able to participate in the food handlers training at all out there on the when we first started? Okay, all right. So if you were here, you were familiar. Are you familiar with what was said? Hold on. Okay, I'll let you talk. Just give me one more or two more minutes, and then I'll let you talk. Okay. Okay. So if you did the training, during the training, it clearly tells you what pieces of jewelry is allowed to be worn handling, especially handling food. Okay, especially handling food. One is a plain wedding band, which is has no engravements in it. That's one, and then the other one is a medical bracelet. So in your case, if you have a condition that requires you to have a medical bracelet on, you can wear that. That's permissible. A watch is something totally different. Okay, so if you're mixing the two, that's just the explanation. So you can go ahead. You
What the food handling? Yeah, the food handling.
yeah.
So those it was the fighter, manager of the our supervisor. When I go secondly, that watch actually they're all it's my functioning. It runs me functioning. My sorry.
I think no, you did. We can accommodate it as long as it's in here.
Yeah.
If you can get it on
Yes.
here,
Yeah. And I'm
definitely.
understanding.
It was in there. It was just declined.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm
So it
understanding what
becomes-
he's saying.
yeah.
I'm understanding what he's saying, and I think
Mhm.
I want to attempt to help, and this is why I'm saying this. If it is at all possible, because I know that these devices are out there, seek to get one of those devices that you can wear on your hand, Noah, and that would help you a whole lot.
If I do that, you guys will. The thing is, if you go down that right,
Yeah.
you guys are just letting you know that's how it's working.
But why would we have to pay for
Because
it?
that's just I'll show you where it says, but it ends up coming out of your dollar.
Really?
Yes, really. So like that's why I was trying to. So if you guys, yes, hopefully there's a lot of stuff in.
So we would have to buy
Yeah.
to accommodate that.
Yeah, it's part of the thing. I mean, it may not come out. It may come out of like central, but they know.
I think though that if the government has these as programs such as go as far as setting up these things here for the ADA, right?
Yeah.
They
They
should
should
have a
be able-
provision in terms of helping you
Mhm.
obtaining these devices. Because I know there's a young lady down at a High Country Inn that worked with us down there, Rochelle, and she had a device for her
Oh,
what
that
you-
incident.
the insulin, and she was given help because she can't afford to buy that equipment, and she was given that insulin. It's a monitor that that stuffs into her body that she was able to obtain through that sort of a help. So it may be something that I will look into it for you.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There aren't so
She doesn't.
it
I'll try it.
so
She doesn't.
it depends. So
Yeah,
it,
I'll
it,
definitely look into it.
it depends what it is. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
So like you guys may that's the thing. So say like you guys may have a piece of the program where but you guys are on the one side. like to look at. Like they connect with you
If they
and do
implemented
and
it.
implement it, but it's not through me. You get set up. It kind of like so there may be a system like that, like you're saying, but it would end up going through you guys. So that's why I'm not sure. I'd say it may come out of your money or
We're gonna look into that.
Yeah, I think it is
So in
worth.
the meantime, how
Yeah.
can we accommodate that though, Mike? So that he can see.
But if from what he's saying, no, I'm understanding. I'm getting a little bit more clear understanding. It's okay. I think I'm getting a good picture of what's going on.
Mhm.
Now, if that's only the reason for that, I don't see why. Because what Shirley,
Can it be covered?
yeah,
I'm about to say,
yeah.
there's a band they can be
like a
put over.
tennis, you know,
Yeah.
like those tennis
A
headbands.
band they can be
Yeah,
can
it's
go
like a
over
tennis
it.
headband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know those tennis headbands that they used to wipe sweat like this?
Yeah, I will work with you guys in any way you need me. Just
Okay.
work with me.
Yeah, the band can go
So,
over your watch.
like I said, what she explained to me is kind of different. You know?
Okay.
And,
Okay.
we'll narrow it out. We'll get it figured out.
This whole situation is very complicated.
Yeah, it is,
Can it
and it's
be-
above my
Does
head.
it have
too.
to be a specific color? Can it be
I would prefer if he had like a darker color,
Like
a
black or
plastic?
maybe
yeah,
Plastic?
something that
maybe
matches
blue.
us.
Yes,
Mhm.
something more like that. Maybe blue, dark,
Yeah.
black.
Okay.
The band.
Because I ideally don't even need. It's really the vibration function. Like even when I'm
Yeah.
driving maps would be on it, but it probably turns it'll really vibrate. And how this turns by the maps with me, vibration. I don't know that vibration really helps. So yeah, having coverage no problem.
Because what Shirley did explain to me was him knowing when it's time to go take his break.
Mhm.
How would he know?
Yeah.
So what she told us, what was worked out was that the supervisors would be able to monitor time, not to watch him
Yeah.
per se, but monitor time and know when it's time for his break to let him know to go on break. That's what we were told, and we were saying, all right, then how would he keep his phone? The only other accommodation for that would have been in his locker. So again, I didn't know all the details of what's going on here. So now that I just having a little bit better
Better
understanding,
picture.
a better picture,
Mhm.
I can see the difference. I think it is reasonable that we could work with this.
Okay, as long as it's
yeah,
covered and it
covered.
doesn't get in the
Yeah.
way of the food when he's handling whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Now the other piece to that though, no, is because the supervisor mentioned that you're wearing the iPhone.
Yeah, that's part of what that's part of what I brought.
Yeah.
So
I
so But the point is, there's a good amount of things with that alone, the first issue I said, it it's awesome. It's basically cheap. When you buy hearing aid, this at the time I didn't realize that I could get it through. So basically, here I have warned you a good amount of time. I bought it.
Hold on a second. Vanessa.
Yeah. I just have to hear
Oh.
the count.
Yeah, I'll
Sorry. So they have cranberry they gotta put on the table too.
Yes.
And it has a condiment.
Yeah.
So I told them 6:30.
Yeah, they can't put anything on there until that time.
Okay.
Because don't forget they're coming in at
5.
to start dressing up the
Decorating.
table. Yeah. So let me ask you, because that was one thing I did mention to Shirley about the AirPods, because that's what I heard from the supervisor. And her response was that AirPods wasn't something that was approved. It was um, a hearing aid or a hearing assisted device.
It is, but it is a hearing aid.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So it is a hearing
Yes.
aid.
Can I show you?
Yeah, can you pull that out?
Yes.
The phone?
I'm not
Yeah,
very
it's
extreme words.
Yeah.
Me understand.
Yeah. There's a reason I went with that device. It's like
It would have been nice if they gave me a copy of what was.
I love
Yeah, but it's okay.
but you can see like
We'll figure it out.
I personally even I actually carry an adapter. So basically, I like to have all 24 hours. If I go to a friend's house, I have an adapter that the Bluetooth and it could hook.
Um, I'm reading that here it says you just have to.
It's a hearing aid.
Yeah,
It is a hearing
you
aid.
just have to update the firmware is one and the settings in there for it to function in that capacity.
You see why it's a cheaper way to get it.
We will, yeah.
Saying
Some
I'll do it all.
implants. You can get the implants. So the implants.
Yeah.
I know those are pricey.
I mean, I will update Shirley and let her know that yeah. I mean, yeah. After
Because
going
looking at it, it's just
yeah,
like an iPod, right?
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, I get the issue because it does
Yeah.
look such.
Yeah.
suspect, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can have some common ground on this. I'll talk to the supervisors and let them know, what we
Thank you.
can do. And
Really, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Now, please see if you can get the band to cover. I don't
Oh,
expect you to.
I thought you meant
I
the
don't.
second. Sorry.
I don't expect you to get it at
Yeah.
this second.
No, I understand.
But try to acquire that so you can.
Or the good guy.
You think when you get a chance, you think you could pull up a photo real quick as an example or something?
Show me it's like a
I,
tennis.
I get what you're saying. I just
I
want to
think
see.
Walmart sells it. I think.
Yeah, I want to see the wording so I know what to look up when I'm gonna.
Yeah.
When I order from Amazon.
Yeah, they call it tennis headband. But it also goes on your arm, and they use it to wipe sweat. It's like a little piece of cotton, not cotton, but yeah, it's a cotton thing.
I know you're talking like a head.
It's about this wide in diameter.
I've seen people wear it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks stupid.
sweatband. You can put it as sweatband. Yeah, sweatband.
It comes up as a sweatband.
Yeah, sweatband. Yeah. And they're cheap.
So then for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
wrist.
raise. Yeah.
Wrist.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, it went over.
Uh,
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon.
I see. You did?
Yeah.
But without the logo.
Yeah. Make sure it's
No
just
logo.
I want the
either navy or either navy or
That's
black.
So you're good with that? Then we
Yeah, that's
we
perfect.
can work with that. I want to go on to this
Okay.
because to me, this is what was most troubling to me than anything else.
We have it all checked.
I was a little bit when I was shown this, I was frankly and I told God, I said, "You have already prepared." I want to cover first and retaliation on a daily basis based on disability and retaliation was falsely accused, removed without the due process, and forced into unpaid ABN I did not request. All right, I'll stop right there. Okay, let me ask. I'm just gonna try to be real precise and short to the point or the question. So I don't put you in a situation where that's you're trying to explain in a drawn out way. I'm gonna cover the first part of the sentence. I believe based on what you said earlier, and I think from what we covered on this section, I think there's been miscommunication that could be communicated a little bit better, especially even on our side. Because if we had let the supervisors understand exactly how to treat the situation, then it probably would have been dealt with. Not to say that we're going to give you a very special treatment above everybody else on the floor, but at least explain how the accommodation should be dealt with. Okay, so with that being said, I believe this environment is kind of difficult with some of the accommodations. Some, I'm not saying not, some. Let's say, for instance, they put him on. They put no on like say the buffet line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can understand if he doesn't feel comfortable working there
Mhm.
at this standpoint.
Mhm.
However, in the accommodation, it does not exclude him from working there, even if he has to have his earbuds in.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't exclude him from working there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the way it was it was explained to the supervisors in regards to
Mm-hmm.
where he works, what he's tasked with. I think needs to be looked at in a different way because um, this a lot of this other stuff it seems to me way above my head. I mean, yeah, from an HR standpoint, whatever they have approved, and then I can look at it because of course the person who's sending this Erica when she sends it to HR and HR looks it over, the overall picture of what we do here, are we gonna be able to accommodate all of these? So that's where the decision came in for them to decide, okay, yes, we can accommodate this, or maybe not this and this.
That was prior to him explaining himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, may
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 They said
provide.
yes, I understand something, but that's where they're coming about undue hardship. And again, undue hardship has to be gas. I'm doing you're doing
It switches last second. It can be difficult. So it was more of a situation of that I didn't mean it like that. I actually would be fine with it. That's no problem. But even if I didn't, this would actually. But I just wanted to respond on specifically what you were talking about, and we were actually about to go into that. But if you wanna, um, if there's more you want to say, you can continue.
So now I think just listening from what you were reading there, it goes back to what I was explaining earlier that in the accommodation there wasn't anything of such that okay that task you couldn't do it. Now I think this is just my perspective. I think given that there's more understanding from both parties, we wouldn't have to because me personally, if I know that you're not strong at doing something, yes, I want you to learn it, but I wouldn't want you to continue doing it because I know you're not strong at it.
Productive, yeah.
Right. I'll have you do something totally different. So where I'm getting at, what I'm getting at is, I, I, I think it's a situation that, and then, like you're saying, you're not looking to be treated specially either. But I think maybe what we could do is, and I'm not trying to do something that I'm not authorized to do either. But in the same token, I would want him continuing to work. I don't want him to continue to work in a comfortable way, whereas that he's. And I'm trying to understand it from both sides, from both perspectives. That okay, that you do have.
What can he do? Can't
Yeah.
maybe
So that's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. I'm going to say talk to the supervisor and say, look, he may not be comfortable doing this. It's not coming from him. You as a supervisor can say, you know what, I know Noah. If Noah works over here, I won't really get that much from him. But if I have him working over here, then I know whatever it is can be achieved.
So it's a supervisor discretion.
Yes, discretion. Exactly. Discretion.
But it also comes. But here's the thing: so like you can have supervisor discretion, but they also have orders from above, and there's a lot of things. But they don't hear it. Like for example, almost every supervisor, even though like those headphones weren't approved at the time, they didn't know because no one was clear.
That's what
Yeah.
So there's
That's
no
what I was saying
there's no
earlier.
line because just no. I feel the situation. They're all guessing what I'm, what.
So Noah, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. That's exactly what I said in the beginning. Because
So we're doing the same thing every day when you come to work, the same thing. Will that help you being assigned to the same task every time you come to work?
I mean,
So
I mean, that's obviously like, for example, they're actually so. You guys remember I was having seizures. Oh, did I? Yeah. So I was, oh, I don't want to have a
that's why
seizure.
that's why Miss May asked, and I think that would help too.
We're
If
doing the
if
same
you're
thing
doing
every day.
yeah.
Help him.
Yeah, because I
Or when he
remember
comes
we
to
had
work.
one individual doing pretty much the same thing.
I like drinks too, though, because I like organizing.
Can you go back to discretion? Just want to be clear.
Yeah,
And he might have a different supervisor that might be telling something.
yeah, but
That's
you know
actually
what?
the biggest issue.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I will have to cover this with all of the supervisors,
Okay.
not just one.
Okay.
All of the supervisors, because, like you just said, on any given day, yes, it may be somebody different, and they're not aware of everything. So I think, and you know what, Miss May, what we can do on our hand is this. That would be effective.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah. Well, he's a smart kid, but I also think he does genuinely have some problems.
No, I don't. That part, yeah.
Yeah.
I obviously I have an autistic son, so yeah, these people are very bright. They can reach your
Very,
mind.
very bright.
I was about to say something. He said exactly what I was about to say. He's very smart.
We have to talk to
Yeah.
him about his attendance.
Yes, we'll talk. We'll get there. I'm
We'll
just
talk
gonna,
about that.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
approaching it like this. I don't want to put all of it all at
Oh, the
once.
way
So
can
just
yeah.
a piece at a time, a piece at a time. So, because you want to also make him feel comfortable. Maybe long and drawn out, but I'm doing it for a reason that way. Because you don't want to, because so you're good. All right, so we can picking up from where we left off. So I think we can resolve that issue. That's not don't worry about that too much right now. Um, we can cross that bridge. Okay. Now the second piece, the second piece that continues from the first sentence, that you were removed falsely without due process. Okay. No. Um, this is what was kind of bothering. Not kind of. It bothers me for a little. You remember when you first started, right? Okay. All right. I don't want to bring you to what led up to you being sent home. However, do you remember who talked with you? Who was it?
Was
Okay. All right. So you do remember. So yeah. So you remember that he sent you home. So, and the reason I ask you that is I was in here with our VP in a meeting. I knew what was going on, but I had no part about it. None. I didn't work the day before or the evening when it happened, how the accusations took place and all that. And I wasn't even involved in that situation.
There's a big piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good that you remember who it was and who did all that because the way I felt about a part down here, project manager making fun of it, Noah, and you know, and I know.
It's
I have
what I was
never.
told.
Yeah. Oh, you were told that.
Yeah.
See.
Who told you?
The supervisor.
So this is my thing, Noah. I'm gonna ask just one question to this. How did you feel when you were sent home, accused of something you know personally that you didn't do? Exactly. All right. So here's where I'm going with that. I feel the same way with this right here because I know personally I don't even if I talk to you face to face like how we're talking right now, by all means, I would have to say, you know what, I was wrong. But I knew I didn't talk to you, I didn't send any message to you. So for this to be here, I was very disappointed with that.
We couldn't understand it. And so it's not so that I have that actually in writing signed by them because like I said
So the supervisor tell you that I think it was funny.
I have the exact words written. I have exactly that's what they said. I'm just I go off my situation. I'm having my direct supervisor tell me the word for word what is being said, and then also there's a person who also did the investigation, so it also leads on to that. And
What investigation did they do?
it was a full. It was she did a full investigation. She talked to over 10
Is she
witnesses.
still here?
No,
She's no longer here, right?
okay. It's still the okay.
Yeah.
That's
She has
Laura.
okay, that's
Who? Jamie.
yeah.
Ah.
It still doesn't change. She was still here when I was talking to her, but it doesn't
Yeah.
change the fact that she was still my supervisor. And as it was going on, I know she actually made copies of the papers of interviewing other people. So it's not just her work. She actually has.
So can I say something to you?
The main
no,
thing.
Noah,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, I'm a person like this. I'm a God fearing person, and I can look you straight in the face and tell you the truth. Okay, I don't have to lie. All right. Right now, and it's neither here nor there. If you want to tell her about, it's fine with me. But Jamie has an axe to grind with us because she was fired. Okay. Now, because of that, she will say and do anything in order to tarnish us in here, but I'm not gonna be sitting for that.
But the thing is, though,
Yeah.
she told me this pretty close to the situation. It wasn't when she was fired. Over a month later, the situation it wasn't happening at that time.
Okay, so let's listen to me. You know when Jamie was fired?
It was maybe like 2 or 3 days after.
So hold on a second. Let's backtrack here. You left when you remember when it was, Miss May? Was it August? It was in our first
Yeah, it had to be August.
August because we
Yeah.
started August 1.
Mm-hmm.
He left here, I think, the second week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the second week of August.
Who did me?
You was it the
No,
second week or
first
the
week.
third week? The first week of August.
First week before.
Okay, so he left. Okay, so you listen.
It was pretty
The,
close.
the
Sorry.
timeline.
Mm-hmm.
He left here the 4th of August.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie left here almost the end of August.
Yeah.
So how could Jamie be telling him that? She was fine. There was no issues. No issues. There was no
So I
issues
guess
with her.
you were communicating with each other.
Well,
That's
she
why-
well so all because she was my supervisor. She had my different things, but you almost unanimously that like that Rice had what's the word
Allegedly.
not just accused that she instigated that she had instigated the situation like very obviously like in front of people to like damning evidence against her like really she had done this investigation like she went and she tried to bring
What reason did you have to do an investigation?
Exactly. Why?
So,
That's the reason why I asked him earlier. Why would she?
unless you don't have the right intent. What kind of
have anything to do with it so she went and talked to
So,
people. That's
so
why
she decided on her own to do an investigation.
That's not.
but she brought the investigation. The main thing is my point. She brought it. And I was let go, and that's why I say that was
I think Miss Shirley handled the
So
situation.
you
yes, but I was still, and that kind of goes with this. But I was still taken off. I
Yeah.
had already taken, and then I was on leave for 2 months, where I lost over $8,000. And my fiance was getting literally brain surgery, and she was relying.
I don't think it's that much you lost.
It is. I have
yeah.
everything written down. I have the entire breakdown here that I was going to go through, but
I don't think it's that much. But anyway, Miss, I
thinking doesn't really.
I can tell you that Miss Shirley was or is intending to fix
Take
that
care of that
fix that
situation,
situation.
Okay.
Yeah, so he will be taken care of. Yeah.
When I
My-
initially asked her, I asked about that thing. She
Yeah.
said, "And if we don't pay you it," so I said, "Weird."
Well, anyway,
There's still
I know. Yeah, she because when I talked to her, she knew that because sorry, my bad. Because the situation was, she did the investigation.
Miss Shirley.
Yes, she did. She of course she conducted the investigation. I don't know her final result from the assessments. However, I know personally she told me that based on what she learned from the investigation, she's gonna have to bring Noah back. Okay, that was the first piece of it, and then the rest of it, she's gonna have to look into how she's gonna be able to take care of it. So that's why I know that Miss Shirley was handling that piece. No, hold on. So going back to this, I can tell you this. that whatever she and you know, I just like how smart you are now, I'm also very smart and I can pick one and one together. Jamie left here back in the end, pretty much the end of August, okay? All right. She when we tried to pay her, of course we're not talking here to discuss her, but I'm just giving an example here. When she was dismissed, we tried to pay her. Where does Jamie work? Downstairs, right? We called her, we contacted her. She never showed up here. Never once.
She didn't want to.
Oh, hold on,
She
hold on.
did- she
Hold
tried
on,
to-
just hold on.
I don't know because this has nothing
No,
to do
no,
with
you're
this.
right. I'm just showing you
Yeah,
something.
that-
I know.
No,
I'm just
yeah,
showing you
yeah.
something. So this is where I'm going now. So now I filed this, right?
Mhm.
And when he filed it, we looked at the date. Now, the same day that Noah came to request the additional day not to work, be off, Noah had the envelope in his hands coming from Jamie downstairs. So why would that be? Noah doesn't work for Jamie.
No, she's not.
She's not, she's,
Oh, so you
So-
they're close.
She asked me if she didn't want it. She didn't want. I understand.
So-
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to go up. Like if you have an issue with people, it's hard to like. Even I feel anxious coming in here.
so why would she have
Can I
an
just
issue
speak?
with us if she knew she didn't do something wrong? Why would she have an issue with us?
I let you speak.
Yeah, but why would she have an issue?
I'm trying to respond.
Okay.
Like even me coming in here because obviously there's something about you on there,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to go face to face. That's
Yeah.
not. No, I'm just giving. I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to face, and
Yeah.
But
people
if
get
you-
upset.
But at least
So
you're
my
honest.
point is,
You're honest. You have
If
good
you're
intent.
writing it
You
down,
have good
to be able
intent.
to defend
You
yourself,
have
right?
look at
Defend
it that
your
way too,
words.
Noah.
Yeah.
If you have good
And
intent
he has
in
every
you,
right to defend
and you come
himself.
right in here,
Yeah.
if you didn't have good intent, you would not, just like you just said, you would not show up.
Mhm.
But you have good intent because what you know you have is what you're gonna speak of. So that's why I'm speaking of this, because I know this is not accurate. Because if I have a problem with you, Noah, I would have called you off the floor myself and talked to
yeah,
you.
but I don't know. Like we're going based off this, but
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. You could say this.
So here, you don't know.
No, I know, but I'm not trying to be mean at all.
No.
Yeah.
It,
That's
it's
not
more
what I
so
mean.
I want
It goes
But
both
you
ways.
say-
So
yeah,
you're saying
you
you
don't
you don't know him.
You
hear
you don't
certain
know if he
things.
said that.
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
putting this here same way. You're putting
From
this here
hearsay.
from hearsay, and you didn't have that from me. Look how I'm treating you right now. You're talking to me, and I'm sitting here going through whatever you're presenting to me, and I'm saying, you know what? I think we can accommodate this. I think we can do this. If I was that ugly person that this person is saying, you think I would be able to sit down and agree with you on this now?
No one's black and white. Everyone has grays.
I know,
And
no,
you
but
guys-
I'm just saying to you, do
Okay.
you think I would be able to do this though? If I was this type of a person that this person is saying that I am.
I'm not really here to argue that.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next.
It's
the
just
next thing.
it's just more so like
Yeah.
we could figure it out. I could
Yeah.
and listen, but at the same time, like I could be a sociopath and I could say with a straight face, but
Yeah.
and I could be very nice and charming, but I could still like
Yeah.
I literally went to school for psychology, and so I could go any way about it, but it doesn't mean like I'm sure you've had someone be very nice to your face and then do something. And I'm not saying you
Everyone.
did do that. I'm just I want you to see from my
Yeah.
position. You don't know.
But she should not have said, she should, if, I'm only saying if she had said that, she should not have said that to you. Believe me, because she know that this is not true. Because when you left, like you said, we started August 1, and you left here August 4th. So if you left here August 4th, how much time would we have had to interact with you and her and everybody else?
Yeah.
3 days? That's what I'm saying. 3 days? Really? I mean, anyway, like I said, this is not accurate. That's not accurate. And then the supervisors being told to be tough on me, etc. I don't know. So who's telling supervisors to be tough on you?
I was told, I was told that I really hate seeing it argue like
No, we're not arguing. I'm
No,
not, and
but we just go
I don't
through
want you to
steps and
argue.
yeah.
Yeah,
You just want to
yeah. I just want to
yeah.
get a clear understanding of it because no supervisors was directed. I tell you what, the supervisors were told now, and May knows.
Mm.
The supervisors were told that what the accommodations were going to be. The telephone, as far as we understood it, was going to be in your locker. That's what we understood. The Your break, you were supposed to be allotted 5 minutes extra.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a five
Yeah.
a 5 to 10 minutes extra on your
Mhm.
break,
On the
your
break.
scheduled
Yeah.
break. If you need no, she said I think it was 5 minutes.
No,
Five to
okay,
10.
you're getting confused there. So there's two things. I get 10 extra minutes. It's basically so I can get to my car and deal with isolating people. But there's also a second thing. So if one's in a blue moon, say I get shut down, like there's something in extreme
Right.
situation, I can walk away for 10 minutes. And take a break.
That's where I was going.
That is more one time. So those are two separate accommodations, but they're similar.
That's where I was going, and then you chimed in. But that's where I was going. That's the only thing that we told the supervisors that we were told that he's being accommodated. That's the only thing. So as far as anyone telling supervisors to be tough on you, again, these are inaccurate. 110%, I can tell you.
It's hard to say because a lot of like even some of the supervisors that disobey. Understand they don't know how to. That's why I put in there to come up with a plan because they're not. Some people are not. I know they're not intentionally, but they are, and they're not really understanding. But at the same time, I know they care, so it's hard to say something like that. To me, at least, initially, so it says something about someone. If they were trying to hurt you, well, you probably can't work with them. But if they were, they were trying their best.
I think this is what I see with a lot of the supervisors. Okay, no fault of yours, but this is what I see. Okay, a lot of these supervisors have never supervised before. A lot of them, I would say, at least 90% of the supervisors we have. I shouldn't really put it there, but I'm giving you the hard facts. I agree with you on the notion that yes, they're trying. However, their methods of trying is trying the incorrect way. Okay. All right. They're trying the incorrect way. So when what I always say to the staff whenever I talk to them on the floor, I say, if you have a problem, I don't I don't want you to disobey what your supervisor is telling you to do. However, do it, then come to me and let me know about it so I can address it with the supervisor. But if no one says anything to me, I'm not a fortune teller to know exactly what is happening on the floor. I can only stand on here in the staff tower and look over, but seeing people